left fans frothing for almost 21 years, and even with Luke gone now, there is still a lot to froth over, I am told. Scorpio, Jimmy Lee, and Brock, for example. In a few minutes, we'll talk with the actors who play those roles, Tristan Rogers, Steve Bond, and David Groh.
Then, Samantha Smith is the girl from Maine who went to the Soviet Union at the invitation of Yuri Andropov. Well, now, she is about to interview...
The brutally cold winter weather that prevailed in December will return to most of the nation at least...
49. At the end of the year, the soap opera General Hospital lost one of its all-time stars, Tony Geary. With his character, Luke Spencer, gone from Port Charles, there are several prospects who could move into the limelight. D.L. Brock, played by David Groh, is married to Luke's sister, Bobby. They seem happy, but she has had an operation that she hasn't told him about. Jimmy Lee Holt, played by Steve Bond, blackmailed his father over a murder, but now they're on good terms. He's also in love with a woman who married someone else. Now, I think the sanest of the group might be Robert Scorpio, the police commissioner, played by Tristan Rogers. He's married to Holly, who used to be Luke's girl, but fell for him when she thought Luke was dead. But, of course, Luke wasn't dead, as it turned out, but everything's all right now, I guess. They seem to be happily married, but if this is a true soap opera, that won't last long either. This morning, David Groh and Steve Bond are joining me in New York, and Tristan Rogers is joining us from KABC in Los Angeles. And good morning, you all.
Good morning.
Tristan, good morning out there. What do you think? What's the difference going to be now with Tony Geary gone? Do you think somebody is going to move into that spot? What do you think, Tristan?
I think it's hard to say at the moment. The year's sort of only just started, and I don't know whether there are any definite plans afoot at the moment to replace Tony as sort of the focal point type hero of the show, which is what General Hospital has had now for about the last 5 years. I really can't answer the question honestly, because there's no indications.
Nobody really knows it. It might just be divided up equally. What do you think, guys?
Well, they don't really tell us ahead of time, but what I think, I mean, I don't think anybody can fill anybody else's shoes, especially somebody who's brought daytime through a revelation that, you know, made it respectable. I think the Luke and Laura thing was a phenomenon that happened, so I don't think anybody's looking to do that. I think the good thing about it is that we're all at a place where we're going to see a new thing happen, and something else is going to happen to the show. None of us know it, but it's an exciting time on the show, and I'm glad to be at that time.
You like that kind of change?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's fun.
What do you like about your character? He's kind of a nasty guy.
Well, somebody asked me the 3 things he's done this year. You know, the outstanding things he's done this year. He's blackmailed people.
That's right.
He's kidnapped, and he's assaulted people. I mean, that kind of puts together the character. He does quite a bit of things. He's got a lot of humor, and I enjoy
But he's still
playing.
A sentimental guy, too, in a way.
Oh, absolutely,
I mean,
yeah.
Hangs on to the love affair, right?
Yeah. Hangs on and hangs on.
Hangs on and hangs on.
Hangs on, yeah.
David's described his character as someone who could charm the pants off a gorilla. What do you like about your character?
I really love my character. That's why I'm on the show, for the character. It's the kind of character that Jimmy Cagney would have liked to get his teeth into.
Really?
30 years ago. He's a diamond in the rough. He's a man that won't take no for an answer, a man that is a doer, who gets out there and harnesses his will to whatever he wants to do and just goes for things. And I like a guy like that. I like anyone that knows what they want and goes and gets it. And that's what Brock is. And it's a very exciting time, to reiterate, to be on that show, because you just never know what's going to happen. And there's a whole stable, Steve and Tristan, many fine actors on the show that can carry a lead. And I just am amazed at the quality of the acting on the show generally. I think it's a very special show.
So you're enjoying it, because a lot of people remember you, of course, as the boyfriend and then the husband of Valerie Harper. But you is there something about this character that intrigues you more than a character like that?
Oh, yeah,
nice
that character was very predictable. Joe is a nice guy husband and reliable and so on. That's very nice, but I once had a teacher named John Lenn, a very good acting teacher, that once said, "The road to hell for the actor is paved with sincerity." And I really believe that. I think a guy that's unpredictable, a guy that can be bad some of the time, good some of the time, that's the kind of guy that you watch, because you never know what's going to happen next, and he's most human. Where someone is always good, can be very boring.
Yeah, I guess that goes for a show as
I'm
well.
always
Something
good.
that's give us a break.
All right.
So Tristan, out in Los Angeles, you know, you've been on other soaps, but the other soaps you were on were in Australia. Now, how are they different?
Oh, they're slower. The storylines are a lot more mundane. You're not out saving the world like you are over here.
And yet, don't they have more?
Yes, they do
sex?
have a lot more of that in them. You're talking about nudity. Yeah, we tend to go for a lot more for the sensationalist approach back there. We take a rather shoddy script and basically, for want of a better term, stick a bit of TNA in it.
And I've heard that
dress it up.
You've said before that they almost overdo it to the point where the people at home don't really pay that much attention to it anymore.
That's true. It's such an overkill back there now that they worked it out about in the mid-70s, and now they don't bother with it. They tend to, I maintain now that Aussie television is probably of the highest standard in the world, but they got all that nudity bit out of their system. And now that they've got access to it still, they figure that, well, let's have a good script instead of dressing it up with some naked bodies, which I think is great.
Yeah, well, the soaps
We're
here
still
in
to
this
go
country.
through that here.
Yeah, well, but we've changed a lot. The soaps here in this country have changed tremendously, all the location, shooting and everything, and action-packed. I mean, there are times when we turn on General Hospital and you never see anything about a hospital.
That's for sure.
That's probably a good thing. Otherwise, we'd be called general malpractice, I think. Because I think General Hospital is probably the last hospital you want to check into if you're sick.
You like that, though? Out shooting on location, Steve.
Yeah.
I mean, that really gives you the opportunity to do a lot more than what you used to be able to do on soaps.
I think so. Also the fact that there's a lot more, I mean, soap operas used to be melodramatic. The thing that I find so interesting about our soap is that they write for humor, especially the family that I'm involved with, the Quartermains. I mean, it's like the Three Stooges. And that is the thing. I mean, they brought the human value of like reality into daytime drama. It's not only like, what's going on right now and the real heaviness, but it's humor and charm, and then there's somewhere to go with the villains and the bad things that happen.
And one character can come in for a short period of time and really change the chemistry of everything, it seems.
Oh, yeah.
So that really makes your characters more unpredictable.
Totally unpredictable. And that's why they don't let us know more than a week in advance, because they know we would tell everyone what's going to happen next.
That's right.
You guys couldn't keep a secret for a minute. Well, thank you all for joining us.
We're easy.
Pleasure.
You should know that this segment was called The Hunks of General Hospital. How do you like
Hunk
that?
for a day.
Hunk for a day here. Bye-bye, Tristan. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Tristan.
Bye, Tristan.
Bye.
Bye.
And we'll be back right after this from Sargento Cheese.